In this video, I'm going to show you how to run Claude Code using Ollama and local AI models. I'm doing this on M4 base MacBook Air, the most basic Apple Silicon Mac. If you have any modern Mac, Windows or Linux machine, you can follow the same guide. Recently, Ollama added the native support for the Anthropic compatible API endpoint. That means Claude Code can now talk directly to the model running on your own machine. First, head over to ollama.com and download the installer for your operating system. Simply copy the installation command, paste it into the terminal. And that's it, Ollama is installed. Once it's running, you will see a small Ollama icon in the menu bar. That means Ollama is running in the background and is ready to serve local models. It's time to install a model that works with Claude Code. Go to Ollama's model section and enable the tools and thinking filters. This will show you the most popular compatible models. If your computer has 24 GB of RAM or more, I recommend Qwen 3.627B. It's currently one of the best coding models you can run on consumer hardware. Now for this video, we're going to use two models from Google's Gemma 4 family. We will start with Gemma 4 E2B, a small and fast edge model that runs on just 8 GB of RAM. Then later, we will upgrade to Gemma 4 12B when we need more reasoning power, which requires around 13 GB of RAM. Since I'm using Apple Silicon, I will be downloading the MLX versions because they are optimized for this hardware. Now go ahead and copy the model tag you want to use, then run this command and replace the example tag with your chosen model. We are downloading Gemma 4 E2B through Ollama. It's around 7 GB, so it should take just a few minutes. Once it's downloaded, let's launch it in Ollama's interactive mode and ask a simple question. Look at the bottom of the terminal. Ollama shows your generation speed. On this M4 MacBook Air, we are getting around 30 tokens per second, which feels extremely responsive. If I continue the conversation a little longer, you can see it's almost giving me 40 tokens per second. And when you are done, press Ctrl+D or simply type bye to exit. Before using Claude Code, there's one setting you must change. We need to increase the model's context window to 64K. Claude Code needs more context window to hold your files, conversation history, and task instructions at the same time. Now by default, Ollama uses a much smaller context window of around 8,000 tokens. With large coding tasks, the model quickly loses track of what it's doing. To fix this, open the Ollama settings and change the context length to 64K. And don't worry, it won't always use the full 64K. You're simply increasing the maximum available context. Next, head over to this page to learn how to connect Claude Code with Ollama. Simply copy the launch command and press enter. If Claude Code CLI isn't already installed, Ollama will detect and install it automatically. Once it launches, choose the model you want to use. And that's it, we are now running Claude Code with Gemma 4. Now let's ask it a few questions. And as you can see, everything works perfectly. Now let's build something real. I'm going to ask to create a simple to-do list application using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I will also tell it to save the source files explicitly. Otherwise, it may only generate the code instead of writing the files. And as you can see, it's making tool calls, reading the project directory, planning the structure, and creating the files. In just about 3 minutes, it finishes building the entire application, which is pretty impressive. Now let's open it in the browser, and there it is, a fully working to-do list application. You can add tasks, delete them, and everything works. And just remember, this was built by a 2 billion parameter model running locally and completely free. Now let's push it a bit further. I'm gonna ask it to add a dark mode toggle. This time it takes around 4 minutes. And let's see the result. The dark mode technically works, but the UI looks very bad. This is where the 2B model starts reaching its limits. Updating the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript together requires the model to keep the entire project in memory and make consistent changes across multiple files. A 2 billion parameter model simply doesn't have enough reasoning capacity for more complex tasks. It's great for small jobs, but once the project grows, it starts making mistakes. To fix this, I downloaded Gemma for 12B, then I launched Claude Code again using the larger model. This time, I asked it to first analyze the existing project, identify what went wrong, and then fix it. Now watch this, it correctly identifies the CSS rules that weren't updating and also checks how the JavaScript class toggles dark mode and applies targeted fixes. It took quite a bit longer this time, but this is the result. The UI now looks much better. However, it accidentally broke the dark mode functionality. So I asked it to fix one last time, and finally everything works correctly. And that's what a 12B model gives you, not just better output but significantly stronger reasoning. If you have a faster computer with more RAM, you can even run larger models that perform even better. And that's how you can run Claude Code on your own hardware using Ollama and local AI models. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Royal. I will see you in the next one.